All right, y'all. We back at it again, man, and I'm starting a series. Excuse me. I'm starting a series on the better black man. Let's try to be better black men. You know what I mean? And really all men, but I think the reason, Clarence, why are you always focusing on black? Because black people are in the worst condition. They're in the worst situation, in my opinion. And if you can find somebody doing worse than black people as a group, then, point me to them. Let's start there. But my perspective is that black people are doing very poorly. And I think that all men can use what the things I'm going to say. So I don't care what your color is. But we in the black community have specific issues and unique issues that need unique solutions to bring us back into the knowledge of self and the knowledge of what we should be doing to try to have our community be better, or even give us a desire for our community to be better. So I'm going to do this series called The Better Black Man, and it's going to be different videos talking about different things that we could do, different things that we could do to try to improve ourselves as black men to help our community. Does that make sense? Am I a hater? No, I'm not a hater. I'm just trying to tell us what we could do to improve our situation. All right? In my opinion. Right? Now, if somebody has a different opinion, then you can come and tell me. But this is my opinion. So anyway, we're going to start with this video called The Pursuit of Vagina. Right? I know I had to put a crazy title on there to get you to watch this. But it's The Pursuit of Vagina. Now, what is the pursuit of vagina? Right? It's this external thing that we have as men that makes us think that we are somehow better than the next man because we slept with more women than this man. So that makes me better because I've slept with more women than you. Really, underneath that is a self-esteem issue that is being addressed by having multiple sex partners instead of addressing the self-esteem issue for the actual issue that it is, by maybe seeing a therapist or maybe seeing doing the work internally to dig in deep and go through yourself and find out why do I have this issue of self-esteem? Why do I have to boost my self-esteem by telling other people publicly that I have done all of these outrageous things sexually? But see, we're not doing that. I'm talking specifically as men. We're not doing that. And so we're running around hurt, wounded, right? We don't want to make good relationships. We don't want to study and do the work on ourselves. Maybe we have to study. Maybe it's a religious doctrine that can help you, right? We don't want to use the discipline of study, right? Study is a discipline. We don't want to use no discipline to help us in this fight. So instead of we use discipline, but we use the discipline in the wrong way. We discipline ourselves to run around putting our health at risk, and possibly our wife and our girlfriend and whoever else, our children's health at risk by exposing ourselves to high numbers of sex partners. Now, I know as a man, excuse me, I know as a man, if you're sleeping with lots of different women, there's no way you can do an investigation on the risk that they are, the type of women that's going to be sleeping with you in mass numbers. You're not able to do a serious investigation on their lifestyle, right? They may be living a very dangerous lifestyle themselves, and now you cross pollinating with them. I think this is a bad situation, right? And ultimately, it comes down to, if you want to be a better man, you have to have better discipline. You cannot say, I'm a good man, and you don't have discipline, right? You have to have discipline and be able to apply that discipline to many parts of your life so that you can get the rewards of whatever you're doing. All right? Just because you make a lot of money, if you don't have the discipline of how to save, invest, and put that money to work, what good is all the money you making? Right? I told you guys about a friend of mine got a promotion. Got a promotion. He was working someplace, and he got a big promotion. First thing he did was run out and buy his wife this brand new car, $1,000 a month vehicle. I mean, you just gave the money right back, right? You just gave that raise you got right back to the matrix, right? We trying to get on the reservation. We trying to get off the plantation and onto the reservation, right? God has a reservation for us. A spiritual reservation. We got a spiritual reservation, but we have to be we have to be in discipline to resonate at that level to walk into that reservation that's for us. Because you can try to get somebody on the reservation, but if they're not mentally ready, they just gonna walk right off the reservation because there ain't no gates on the reservation. It's only gates to keep out people. It's not no gates for people inside to go out. You can leave whenever you want. But God got a reservation for us, and that's a spiritual reservation, and we have to be disciplined enough to mentally go there so that we can live and be better people for a better man for our people, for our family first. Family comes first. Your immediate family comes first, and then for the community. But if we better men for our families, then we're going to be better men for the community. So anyway, this is a series, y'all. The Better Black Man. Did today's video, the pursuit of vagina. That is killing us. Killing us. So what we need to do is reduce our expenses. If you're going to be a good man, you have to be able to say no to yourself first. Then you're going to have to be able to say no to your whoever else is in your immediate circle. You're going to have to say no sometimes. Hey, man, we're going to Vegas, man. Well, how much I'm going to need? Oh, you're going to need at least $1,000, man. We're going to go out there, man. We're going to have a blast. Yeah, but excuse me, I'm trying to start this business. I'm trying to save money to start this business. Oh, no, dog. You don't need to, man, you can do that another time. Here's a man talking to you. He ain't got no business. He got money coming in. He got big money coming in, but he ain't got no business. He ain't got no, see, if you're a real man, you should be preparing for the day that you're not present. A real man prepares for the day that he is not going to be present. That's what a real man would do. Other men, they just play and play and play and play and play. And then when they die, their family members have to untangle a web of where things supposed to go. And then, of course, they let the state they live in decide what's going to happen with their assets and their affairs because they didn't take the time to protect their family, right? But if you're a real man, you should have at least one LLC. You should have at least a trust. You should have at least a life insurance policy, right? At least those three things are the bare minimum of what you should have, right? So that you ain't inviting the state to come in and take care of everything, right? Because that's who's going to do it. You die with no will or no trust or asset planning. What's going to happen? Who's going to step in? See, let me tell you something. When your parents sign that birth certificate, that authorizes the state to be able to deal with you no matter what your age is, no matter what. If they feel like if something happens and they can determine that there's no clear legal path of where things supposed to go, guess who gets to jump in? The state. The state gets to jump in. They get to decide. You got all this money that you're making and everything, and you got all these accounts, and you didn't specifically outline it in a trust where things are supposed to go. Guess who's going to tax everybody? They're going to say, oh, okay, no problem. You got all this stuff, but we're going to hit your wife with this tax. Pow! Right? We hit your kids with this tax. Pow! Okay, you get the money, but we're going to tax you for we're going to tax you for this money. No, brothers and sisters, we're not preparing our families right. We're not prepared. And our families are unprepared for us, and we having these unfortunate, untimely deaths, right? Because we eating so poorly. We're eating so poorly. But that's another video. You got to be a better person. You got to eat better, right? You got to eat and exfoliate better. You got to do those two things better. If you're eating a bunch of bad food and you only you don't have that much waste to show for it, it may be a problem. It may be a problem, but we're going to get into that too. We're going to get into that too. Today we're talking about the pursuit of vagina, right? Let me get a coffee in real quick. Today we're talking about the pursuit of vagina, man, and how pursuing vagina is very, very expensive in most cases. It's expensive with the most valuable resource that you have, which is time. You spend so much time doing this, right? I know I was a young man. You know, you can spend a lot of time trying to pursue women, and you know, for the possibility that maybe one of them will have sex with you, right? Right. But unfortunately, man, a lot of women are especially when you just pursuing them for sex, they are a humongous waste of time. Humongous. They are a humongous waste of time, right? Not only are they a humongous waste of time most of the time, they are humongous. They are bottomless pit. They are money pits. Most of them are huge money pits, right? I'm talking about women that you are pursuing specifically just for sex. A woman that you're looking to get into a long-term relationship with and trying to create heirs with and trying to create a zone of stability and so you can raise these heirs in in a certain environment. No, that woman, we're not talking about those women. We're talking about women that you, for example, I'm using Fresh and Fit. Now, Fresh and Fit say, hey, man, if you haven't slept with 30 women, you can't even have a conversation with them, right? They say, oh no, if you haven't slept with women, then you can't have a conversation with them, right? They're above you or you're beneath them, right? Now, a lot of these young guys look at, oh man, I'm beneath Fresh and Fit. I'm below them. I want to be like Fresh and Fit. So I better get out there and start sleeping with all kind of women. But really, how's that going to help you sleeping with a whole bunch of women? Really, if you think about it, how is that going to help you in today's world sleeping with a whole bunch of different women? I mean, I'm not talking about you pursuing a relationship, but I'm talking about you just like, man, you trying to be a little factory where you just pumping them in, you get them in, pump them out, get them in, pump them out. Watch what we talking about here. Watch when Fresh and Fitters start talking about this whole sleeping with women conversation. I want to hear how they're developing the young men's thinking process.
Fresh, I had came across this video, right? And inside of this video, you were saying something like how you got 1,000 bodies and shit. And I'm like, bruh, you is not fucking like that, my nigga. Like, why is you tapping to the camera, bruh?
Okay, so you heard the young man say, hey, he said that Fresh said that he has smashed 1,000 women. Fresh has got to be probably in his 30s, right? 1,000 women? 1,000 women. Let's say he started at 18. Let's say 1,000 women, and I would give Fresh maybe 31. Let's do 30. Let's say he's a young man at 30, right? Let me get my calculator out here, man. Let me get a calculator up here. Okay, man. So let me see here. Oh no, that's a calendar. That's not a calculator. Let's get my calculator up here. Let's do a calculator, right? Let's do a cal. Okay, let's do the calculator. All right, so let's give him 30 years. Let's give him 1,000 women. Let's divide that by 30. That's going to be 33 women a year, right? Let's say he's 30 years old now. He's been doing this for 12 years, right? And so let's give him, it's 1,000 women. Oh no, we don't want to say 30 because that's actually 30 years. No. We're gonna do this over 12 years. Because let's say he got started by 18. All right, so 1,000 divided by 12. How many women is that a year? That's 83 women in a year. 83 women a year. How many women is that a month? Let's divide the 83 by 12. That's 7 women a month. That's 7 women a month for 12 years. Now, let me ask you a question, y'all. Y'all think that's healthy? In today's marketplace, is that healthy? Come on. 1,000 women? We got to throw some trans women in there. Come on now. Come on. We got to throw some women that, boxes and all, the boxes and that, tidy, right? We got to throw some women in there that has some cleanliness issues. Not only cleanliness, but maybe some viral issues down there, right? You think all of these women just came knocking on the door? Fresh, I'm here. I went and saw your doctor. I went and saw the doctor you told me to go. I went and passed the the pre-exam that you told me to. I filled out all the paperwork. I'm here. I'm ready. No. In Miami? No. I think most of these women were bought and paid for. If it would be true, but I don't believe it's true either, man. He'd be in a hospital somewhere if he messed with 1,000 women in Miami. No disrespect to Miami, but I don't think he's getting the top grade women in Miami. If he did half of that. But the point is, what is so special about him that he slept with 1,000 women? Like, what difference does it make? He's still the same raggedy dude that he was when he hadn't slept with 1,000 women. No disrespect. But the point is, the mentality that he's putting out there is that, hey, you're this bigger than life person when you slept with all these different women. You're this bigger than life person. Are you? If you imagine, let's say that he slept with 1,000. Let's keep his thing. Let's say he slept with 1,000 women. Let me clear my calculator here. Let's say he slept with 1,000 women. Let's say the cost of doing business, because there's always a cost of doing business when you're chasing vagina. There's always a cost of doing business. Let's say the average cost of doing business was $40. Let's say the average cost of business was doing $40. That's a simple thing. $40 times. That 1,000 women cost him $40,000. How many of you guys got $40,000 to use to pursue vagina? When there's a business idea that you have, when your wife needs a new car, your children need to be in a better school, you could be living in a better house. You could be driving a better vehicle yourself. You could go to school and get a skill where you could be getting paid twice what you're getting paid now. Right? But no. We're going to listen to Fresh and Fit, and Fresh and Fit is going to tell us that we need to sleep with as many women as possible. That means you're somebody. It's ridiculous. And it is a very expensive hobby. It's a very expensive hobby. Why do I call it a hobby? Because it's something you do, and you can't turn it into something where you can make money from it. You can't. Pursuing women for vagina is just ridiculously, enormously, hugely a waste of time. It's a huge waste of time, huge waste of money. Right? That's why I'm not a hater. I don't get in people's personal lives, but the side piece, man, I recommend men do not get involved with side pieces. I recommend you do not. You know what I mean? Because side pieces are really for us. I believe that situation is really very limited in its utility as far as it can help you having a side piece, really. Because ultimately, what a side piece is going to do, especially for a young dude, side pieces, what they're going to do is they're going to waste your time. Time you could be spending chasing your dreams, chasing your goals, sacrificing, using discipline to give yourself the upper hand in trying to be whatever you're trying to be. Side pieces are going to come along and waste so much of your valuable time, so much. Then they're going to create tension between you and your wife or your girlfriend. They're going to create so much tension, and then they're going to want time. Especially if you have children, they're going to want your time. So you're already not spending enough time with your children. You're already not spending enough time with your wife. Now you decide, hey, I need to get serious about my career. Well, damn, you got to invest in your career or your job or your business. Side piece is going to say, wait a minute, I need more of your time, right? They're threatening you with walking off the plantation, right? Hey, if you don't give me time, guess what? I got to go get attention from somewhere. Right? Valid point. Hey, if you're not going to give me the attention, I'm going to go get that attention from somewhere else. That's what a side piece is usually going to say. So they'll threaten you, and most of you guys will crack. So you start spending all this time with your side piece. Here you got a brilliant business idea, but you ain't got the time to make it work because you out here with these side pieces. But that's a whole nother story. My point is pursuing vagina is a very, very expensive thing, and we want to reduce our expenses. How can we reduce our expenses? Well, one of the ways we can reduce our expenses is stop chasing women specifically for vagina. If you want to invest in trying to see if this woman will help you make heirs that you can leave some generational wealth to, yeah, then that makes sense. But if you just like Fresh and Fit out here, man, they telling these young guys, hey, man, just go out here and put yourself in harm's way by having sex with as many women as possible. That's a good thing. No, it's not a good thing. You've been socially conditioned to think that vagina is the end all be all. Right? Most of our people have been, especially in the black community, a lot of these black men, what do they call themselves? Players. I'm a player. I'm out here playing these women. Men of real means, you don't never hear them talking about pursuing vagina. You don't never hear Bill Gates, what's the other dude from Amazon, Jeff Bezos. You don't hear guys like that talking about, yeah, I'm getting these honeys, man. I'm on the honeys like that. You don't hear them talking like that. Only dudes that ain't doing that don't have nothing going on, be like, yeah, I'm on these honeys. Yeah, I'm out here to get it. I'm out here to get it. They're out here getting it, right? Meanwhile, dudes like myself and other dudes, man, we just like, go ahead, have at it, young man. I hope you swimming in that vagina, because while you swimming in that vagina, I'm out here every day, man. I'm pursuing every day. I'm pursuing every day my goals, my dreams. Every day. I'm willing to sacrifice. See, it's not that you ain't got the discipline or the sacrifice. You just disciplining and sacrificing for the wrong thing. Because you think other guys are going to think you're something because you've had sex with a bunch of different women. That don't mean nothing to me. If my granddaughter brought a dude in the house, 2 dudes in the house, she said one of these dudes have slept with 1,000 women, and the other dude, he had maybe slept with 2, But the one dude, he got the nice clothes on, dressed on real, smelling real good and everything. The other dude, he got his plumbing gear on. But he got a nice big house. He got cars. He got life insurance. He got things set up for himself so that when he creates heirs, he got something to leave those heirs, instead of a reputation. Right? I would tell my daughter, hey, definitely leave the guy that slept with all those women alone. He is not the dude you should even remotely be in thinking about having any type of relationship with him. Be friendly, but anything other past friends, no. That dude should go right into the friend zone. But he looks so good. I know he smells so good. He got a nice car. Those are all fly traps. Those are just the fly traps to get you in. Right? Once he got you on the fly trap, once got you on the fly paper, it's a wrap for you. At least this dude got the discipline to build his own self up, and he can go to work. He ain't got such a big head where he can't get his hands dirty while he working. That means he ain't gonna be that means he's less likely to have an issue getting his hands dirty in a relationship. Where this other dude, man, he's trying to every kind of way he could find around having discipline and working outside of chasing this vagina. How did he get that body count so high? See, women think only body count only matter for women. No, it matter for men too. What was this dude doing where he had this body count so high? What was his mentality? And why should you as a female be entertain this man if you really thinking about having a serious person in your life? Why would you even entertain somebody that slept with 1,000 women? How you think he slept with 1,000 women and had relationships with 1,000 women? I mean, long-term relationships? Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. You think he's financially taking care of any of these women? Of course not. Of course not. What kind of father you think a person would been with 1,000 women that he's not going to take care? He's not taking care of the women. You think he's going to take care of the children if you have any? All right, let's get back to Fresh and Fit.
So here's my thing, right? Why would I lie to you?
Yeah.
What do I gain from doing that? Please tell me.
You said you got.
What do you gain from telling that information? Why are you telling that information? What do you gain from that? Nothing. You gain nothing, in my opinion. Well, let me take that back. In his business, you gain something in his business because he's dealing with young men that have probably self-esteem issues, and they think there's something wrong with them because they're getting sexually rejected by women that are actually looking for different types of men. So therefore, they're getting sexually rejected. They go to the guys like this and they say, hey, can you help me? I'm getting sexually rejected. Sure, we can help you. Make more money, right? look, we'll show you. Give me money. I'll use your money to sleep with women, and then I'll show you that if you have money, you can sleep with all kinds of different women. Oh. And so the youngster go out there thinking, hey, man, the way you can get women in your life is to get more money. And that's true. That's a truth of the situation. You can get a lot more women in your life the more money you're making. Here's the problem. What is the agenda of the women these more women that's coming into your life? They're just like you. They got an agenda. They got an agenda. And when they see you have money and they see you freely spending it without the discipline, they figure that, hey, they may be able to come up on it. Many of these women. Most of these women you find in these expensive clubs and all that stuff, they're not out here looking for no romance. They looking for somebody to help, finance their lifestyle. And if you want to do that, that's on you. I don't see how you're gonna be a better man financing some woman that's sleeping with probably 2 or 3 other dudes at least, while you are on the committee to help her lifestyle. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Nah, partner, you want to be a better man? One of the things you're going to have to do is stop chasing this vagina all over the place. You're going to have to. Because now it's going to be a health problem for you. And it's a huge distraction. You got multi-million-dollar ideas up here, but you can't pursue them because the discipline, time, and money that you need to invest in those multi-million-dollar ideas, you invested in some female because you thought she was hot, or you thought she was good looking, or you thought other dudes would see you with this chick and they would think something of you. So you doing all this bullshit just so another nigga could say, oh man, she fine. Oh, she fun. Oh man, you was out with her? Oh man. And you still living in the crackerjack house you living in, right? You still ain't taking care of your kids. You still ain't taking care of your wife. You wondering why you and your wife got problems. Stop chasing this vagina. Stop it. It is it is an unnecessary pursuit. It really is. What you need to be chasing is somebody who's going to treat you good. I only want people around me that's going to treat me good. You guys can have that vagina. Go get it. Because most of those women that's putting out that kind of vagina, most of the time they're not good people. They don't have to be. They got Negroes like you chasing them. So they don't have to be. Niggas like you paying their car notes. Niggas like you paying their house note, they rent. So they don't have to be good people. They're not in a position where things are gonna not work for them if they don't change. They show you that rocking body. They do all these sexual things to you, and you say to yourself, man, no, Clarence, I have to stay with this girl. Do you? Okay, go ahead, man. Have at it. What I am definitely not is a hater. I'm not a hater. I just try to put information out to have people have better outcomes. That's all I'm trying to do. Unfortunately, what I say is not popular, right? Because I try to tell you things that help you not fall into the matrix of pleasure. And the matrix uses pleasure to reel you in to get caught up in a bunch of different stuff, right? They use pleasure. That's the only thing they have that you want that the matrix can use is pleasure. And it gets you to give up everything you got to get that pleasure so that you can be in the matrix. You can be stepped on. You can be, and you can promote the matrix because they keep on promoting the matrix. Right? Ain't no black community. Ain't no black men. Black men, you just go by yourself, right? Just have sex. Make money and have sex. That's all you need to do in life is make money, have sex. And if you can just have sex, just have sex. No, brother. No, brother. There's much more to us. And, if you want to have a family, then of course, there's much more to life than making money and having sex. There's much more responsibilities in life than making money and having sex. So how we gonna get there? We gotta cut off things that we're doing that's costing us a lot of our time and money. And one of the things is the pursuit of vagina. The outrageous pursuit. Let me put it like that. The outrageous pursuit of vagina, where you pursue a vagina and it costs you enormous amounts of money, enormous amounts of time, enormous amounts of discipline. Because you got to discipline yourself. When you chase a vagina, that's a discipline. You have to discipline yourself to do that, right? As soon as you get paid, you got to put some money to the side because you got to go out there and do things to in the pursuit of the vagina, right? Well, Clarence, are you saying that we shouldn't go out there and try to, be with women? No, what I'm saying is stop pursuing vagina. That is expensive. If you want to pursue friendships, if you want to pursue maybe a long-term relationship, cool. That's still expensive, but at least it has some utility for you. Whereas when you pursuing vagina, that has no utility for you. That is nothing. Just like he said, I slept with 1,000 women. So what? Is he a better person? Is he getting you to help you to do anything productive in your life? No. He's just a raggedy dude that's telling you if you slept with 1,000 women, guess what? It's gonna be a lot of throwbacks in there. It's gonna be a lot of problems in there. And that's what he's not telling you. That's what he's not telling these young guys. And unfortunately, they follow this advice. And they say, I got a lot out of Fresh and Fit. I got a lot. Oh, really? Make more money. Get yourself a skill so you can make yourself more money so you can have, more ability to have generational wealth to leave to some heirs. How are they telling you something different than all the rest of us out here? But to do it, they gotta do stupid shit by showing you a bunch of women, a bunch of low self-esteem women, put them in a room and give them money and so they can sit there and be eye candy and fodder for their rhetoric, right? All right, let's get back to Fresh and Fit, man.
1,000 bodies in a year, bro. That shit is cap.
No, I didn't say in a year. In a lifetime. But why would I lie to you, bro? I'm not getting paid for it. I don't even know you, bro. What do I have to cap? This is my life, bro.
He's telling you, man. There's been some. Do you think in 1,000 women there ain't gonna be no faulty? There ain't no maybes. There ain't gonna be nothing faulty in there. There ain't been no what do they call them? He, she's in there. Come on now, 1,000 women. Come on, man. Come on. I mean, and we ain't talking 1,000, women at the top of the, at the top. I would say 99% of those women were women that were bought and paid for. I would say. So what good is it? What good is somebody telling you, hey, I pay for all these women to sleep with me? What good is that? You can pay a man to sleep with you. Right? That don't mean you somebody just because you can pay people to sleep with you. Shit. But the point is, what good is this man bringing to the table if all he can tell you is, I slept with 1,000 women? Like, what is that? What good is that? That don't mean nothing. In my book, that don't mean nothing. I feel like we as men, we got a lot to do, man. Especially black men. We have so much stuff on the docket, man. Why are we worrying about how many women you slept with? That wouldn't mean nothing to me. It was actually would have the opposite effect, because I know it's some transgender men in there, transgender women in there. I know 1,000. I know with some women with a little extra in there. It's got to be. Can't sleep with no 1,000. Can't sleep with no 1,000 women, and everything went right. Oh, come on, man. But see, I'm older. I know these young dudes be like, "Wow, really fresh? You slept with 1,000 women? What do you know that I don't know? I need to get up under your tutelage." Shout out to the young brothers, man. They really, man. It's so many peddlers of evil and wickedness out here, man. That, man, it's so many traps that they set out here to get your money, just and to not to correct the ignorance that you have, but to promote that ignorance and make money off of you trying to get some type of knowledge to help you in your pursuit, and solidify that ignorance and solidify that foolishness. And these people gonna teach you how to be better at doing that stupid shit. All right, y'all. Let's continue, because I gotta close this off.
I'm just curious.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, my dude. The way you, like, even your tonality about, like, you look scared as shit, like, when I said that, bro. So it told me that it's the truth, bro. But I ain't even trying to diss y'all podcast, because I do think what y'all doing for the community is real shit. But I do think
what is Fresh and Fit doing for the community? Can somebody tell me that? Hey, hit me in the comments. If you see this, hit me in the comments and tell me what Fresh and Fit is doing for the community. Besides taking you dumb dudes' money, what is they doing for the community? I don't see no positive thing they doing for the community. They're showing women in the most horrible light possible, right? They're taking the type of sisters that will take money and do just almost anything for it. They're showing them in here. They bring them in here. They set them up. They bring them in here to this quote unquote studio, and they show how they, just because they making more money, they're able to disrespect the sister. And if the sister object to the disrespect, then they throw her out. I mean, what are they doing for the community? They're telling you that sleeping with a bunch of different women, that's some kind of way that makes you a man. You're a man when you able to do for self. You're able to take care of yourself, stand on your own 2 feet. That's what makes you a man. Not sleeping with a whole bunch of women. You got it twisted. And Negroes like this, they keep it twisted. No disrespect. They got a business. Shout out to them for the business that they run it. But don't say they're helping the community. They're not helping the community. They're not helping no one except themselves. They're making money off of your ignorance, that you don't know that you're a man regardless to how many women you slept with. You're a man regardless to that if you're standing on your own 2 feet. You got your own place. You got your own transportation. You feeding yourself. If you have a family, you feeding your family. Whether it's by you got your own business, or until you get your own business, you working, you doing good work for a reasonable wage. Shit. That's what makes you a good man. Not, oh, I slept with a bunch of different women. But unfortunately, man, there's Pied Pipers out here, man, that they could take your money. Oh, we got a class, we got a course for you. This is a course on how to sleep with a bunch of different women. What do you need a course on how to sleep with a bunch of different women for? Is that anything that's going to help you in your life? In reality, no. The pursuit of vagina, outrageous pursuit for vagina is a ridiculous behavior, which billions of dollars every year are spent on women, pursuing women, and the wrong kind of women at that, because you out here just trying to get sex. Ain't nothing wrong with sex. I know proof. Ain't nothing wrong with having sex. Have at it. But when you have set up your life in pursuit of just sex, that's going to be a problem for you. And I'm trying to tell you, sex has its place. Sex has its place. Well, Clarence, you got to be married. You think you got to be married to that? I would prefer it, but if not, okay. I'm just saying, don't put your life on the line all the time, or your finances on the line all the time. Are you siphoning off so many of your finances just to take girls out, just to take them out, just to take them this, just to take them that, to do all this stuff? Meanwhile, you got $1 billion business in your head, and you ain't even pursuing none of these businesses. Because why are you spending all your time pursuing sex? Because you think that other people are going to think that you're this big dude because you're getting all this sex from all these different women. Somebody like me, I'm looking at you saying, so you slept with 1,000 women. Okay. I know it was some cross swords up in there somewhere. Has to be. 1,000 women? Has to be. You telling me you slept with 1,000 women and nothing went wrong on none of those situations? I'm smarter than that. I know better than that. Why would you even put yourself in that situation? We don't have to. Pursue your dreams, pursue your goals. Give sex its place, right? Sex got its place, man. I'm not telling you, man, shouldn't have sex. I would prefer you to be in a committed relationship, but that's my preference. Your preference may be different than me. You know what I'm saying? I think you're gonna get a better outcome from the person you having sex with if you're in a committed relationship. That's me. I think you're gonna get better outcomes. If you should conceive a child, I think if you in a committed relationship with somebody who has your similar cultural outlook on how to raise a child and how to build them up, so that when you do leave them a house, an apartment building, a business, they can take that over and build it up even more. Right? That's you if you look at people that have bigger amounts of money, typically they don't have children all over the place. They usually have one person they decided to create heirs with, and this is what the person they're going to lead this stuff to. Or these are the young people, the person that they had the closest contact to, the children that they had the most closest contact to, these are the people they usually leave everything to, typically. But I'm getting off the subject. Let's get back to Fresh and Fit. The pursuit of vagina is the outrageous pursuit of vagina, where you make this your life. Your life goal is to sleep with 1,000 women. You should be in a mental institution. You think that that's good. It's really how your mentality check, man. But see, ain't nobody out here saying this, right? You a hater. You hating on Fresh and Fit. No, I'm not. They got a business. They're making money. Okay. But what I'm not going to do, what I'm not going to do is say that they're helping the community. And if somebody thinks that they are helping the community, come and show me where they're helping the community. Show me where they're making a better black woman. Show me where they're making a better black man. Show me where they're making a better black child. Show me where the crime is going down with what they're talking about. Show me where violence is going down against women for what they're talking about. Show me. I'll wait. Until then, till you can show me those numbers, okay. Until then, I'll just go ahead and do my program, try to get these young men to understand that sleeping with a bunch of different women and pursuing women just for sex, that's very expensive. And we got to get our finances in order. Black men, we have to get our finances in order because we got a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do. We got to build our families up first. You got this invention up here. You got this multi-million-dollar idea up here. We got to put that in work. We got to get that in motion. We got to get that in motion, man, so we can help our families and then ultimately help our community. Right? But you ain't going to get there because you pursuing bullshit like this. You got to sleep with all these different women. That means something. That don't mean shit. That don't mean shit. But because your self-esteem is so low, you need other people to validate you. That's the real issue. That's the real issue that we got to get to. But we will get to that. We will get to that. Today's lesson, you don't have to pursue women. The outrageous pursuit of vagina is ridiculous. And it's costing you. And it's costing your family. It's costing your family because you spend all this time chasing all these women, taking them out, going out, having this car that you don't need so that you can go out and pursue these women. So you got all these fly traps for these women, and it costs all this money to have this, right? You had this car that costs you $1,000 a month, and on top of that, another $400 for insurance. $1,400 a month you paying just for a car, just so girls could get in it and say, "Ooh, you must got money." So what type of woman would look at your car and say, "Wow, I'm going to sleep with you because you got this car. Because maybe you'll give some of this money to me." That's the really type of woman you want in your circle? Okay, y'all. The pursuit of vagina, just for vagina, that's a losing prospect. That's a losing prospect. And what happens is you turn around, you're 30, 40, 50 years old, you got nothing to show for it. Nothing. You can't even remember half the women you did sleep with. And who cares if you can? So what? A man can stand on his own 2 feet. And he can create and make people safe and secure. Can't do any of that, man. What are you doing? Just because you got money? A nigga with no nothing can stand on the corner and flip rocks and make money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the thing about making money is you got to be able to sleep at night. You got to be able to know that your family gonna be safe, right? What you doing out there? Because if you're doing something crazy out there, okay, you putting your family at risk. Because if people figure out where you live and your family live, they can't get to you, they'll get to them. But I digress. Let's finish up with Fresh and Fit because we're going to get out of here, y'all.
Mac, right? You kept saying Al Myron in the chat?
Yeah, I did what I had to do to get on the show. I ain't got nothing against you, Fit. I think I like your energy when how you talk to these men. You saying real shit. It's a lot of bitch-ass niggas out here, but Fresh, you was capping about that, though, bro. So,
bro,
you got to stop.
You don't know my life, bro.
I wanted to say.
You don't know what I've been through. You don't know the burns I've got from the buddies. Like, dude, it's funny because, like, I'm just chill, bro. I live life. Things happen. Maybe I'm unbelievable to you because you haven't lived my life, but, like, hey, man, life is great. And my experiences, bro, because I've only started recording my life because of the vlogs now. But if you've seen the past, bro, it's insane what happened to my life, bro. Like, from Barbados to New York to Vegas to here, it's been crazy, man. And I love it. So, bro, if you don't...
All right, man. So this is Fresh and Fit, and like I said, they promote a lifestyle of very unhealthy pursuit of vagina, and like the purpose of getting this, they say get more money, but the purpose of getting the money is to get more vagina, and that's stupid. That's stupid. Our purpose should be to try to make our family, create generational wealth for our families so that we can put them in a position where they can deal with the ebb and flow of the economic situation we're in here in capitalism. That's the only thing we can do to try to help. We can't control who the government's going to do business with, but what we can control is, can our families have a leg up to be able to, do our heirs have a leg up to be able to deal with the situation, right? Give them a shot at least. Now, they may spend it all, right? Right, the DuPonts, they spend it all, right? But at least you gave them a shot. They can't say we didn't have a shot. But you got to train your ears. You got to spend time with your children. Because if you don't show them how to deal with money, you don't show them how to deal with people, you don't show them how to deal with romance, you don't show them how to deal with these critical issues in life. These are critical things. A person you decide to sleep with, that's a critical decision that you're making there. That's a potentially life-changing situation. And we don't even talk to, a lot of us don't even talk to our children about that. We just say, go out there, don't get nobody pregnant. Wear rubber, right? It's way more than that now. Way more than that now. Way more than that to the ball game now. Who you decide to lay down with as a man, that could potentially change your entire life. Definitely your financial condition. It definitely could change your whole financial condition. Your whole life period. Because if you sleep with somebody and you have children, you unfortunately impregnate someone who is not on the same page with you with discipline. Disciplining the child, not on the same page with you with family values. Good night. It's gonna be a nightmare. That situation is gonna be a nightmare. Anyway, family, I want to come before you to tell you that pursuing the outrageous pursuit of vagina is one of the things that is killing us as men. It's killing us. It's hampering our financial ability to do a lot of different things. And it unfortunately, is putting us in the company of females that are not yet developed enough to understand that men need time. Men are like a fine rose. They need time to develop. They need time. They need time to blossom. They need time. Men need time to blossom. And that's okay. But we as men have to understand we need time. We need time to pursue our goals, pursue our dreams. But if we don't have that time, because we take that time that we should be pursuing our dreams and goals and these billion-dollar ideas, instead of pursuing those, we are out here with these women at the club every night or every week or whatever, right? However you set your trap up. But you out there just doing that and everything is focused on that. That's crazy. You make money to spend money. That's stupid. You should make money to make that money go to work for you. You should look at your money as employees, little employees. You want to get your employees to go to work for you. You want them to go work for you and bring you back more employees, get more employees to hire, to sign up for the program. As opposed to you sending employees out just to burn each other. Because when you outrageously pursuing vagina, you're just burning money. Vagina is not that big of a deal. It's really not. When you had enough of it, it's like, okay. It's the person that has the vagina that's the big deal. That's the bigger deal, is the person that's behind the vagina, that's with the vagina, that comes with the vagina. What kind of person is that person? Are they going to help me? If they're not going to help you, why are you sleeping with them? Why are you having sex with somebody who could potentially ruin your life? This is something that we're just doing out of just sheer ignorance. We just don't understand what we're doing out here. Well, Clarence, it's the women's fault. It's the women's fault. No, bro, no. Not in this case. In this case, it's all on you, because you decide every time you lay down with someone, you're making that decision. So don't tell me it's the women's fault. It's your fault too. It's not their fault. It's your fault. Because if you would stop laying down with women like that, the women would have to raise their level of behavior to match the level at which the level at which men would actually enter into a physical a situation with them. They would have to. But they don't have to, because you and me and all of us, we so thirsty that we just cannot we just cannot avoid the traps out here. And good business people like Fresh and Fit, they see your thirst, and instead of teaching you how to not be thirsty, they teaching you how to better quench that thirst. But that's not a good thing for you, to have that thirst quenched. The better thing for you would be to learn how to get the discipline to learn how to not be thirsty all the time. And that's what I'm here trying to do. I'm trying to show you that thirst is not good. You got $1 billion ideas up here, but you can't pursue them because you out here thirsty for these women. And this thirst was manufactured for you. You didn't come out the womb like that. The thirst for vagina was outrageous thirst for vagina was manufactured for you. Yeah, you have an internal attraction for the female. You have that is internal. You was born with that, but that has been by the Matrix reconfigured with all of these by the Matrix to teach you how to be pursue vagina. Like, that is your number one goal. They did it with cartoons. You remember Pepe Le Pew? He was always on that vagina, right? They did it with all these cartoons and all this. They use sex to sell everything. And they have sexual innuendos and stuff from even when you was 2 or 3 years old. Right? But the problem is there's no correction. There's no point in when they say, okay, look, this is just a matrix. Why? Because the matrix makes money off of you falling down. They make money off of you and your addictions. Right? There's a whole city in Nevada called Las Vegas that people with gambling addictions go there. They got a whole city. They got generators, everything. If a world eclipse happened, they got generators and everything. Keep Las Vegas going. People will still be in there pulling them slot machines. Bombs dropping on America, they'd still be in there pulling them slot machines. Right? Come out of her. Come out of her and her wicked ways. Be not partakers of her wicked ways. Right? A man once said. Right? So we're going to be better people, man. We got to pursue our dream. Now, Clarence, you tell me not to have a woman? I'm not telling you not to have a woman. I'm just telling you don't look at the woman as, I'm going to drop everything just to pursue a sexual interlude with her, where I have to drop my standards, my goals, I have to drop all this stuff so that I can be with this girl because she looks so good. No. We got to start having standards, black man. We got to start having standards. And one of the standards is, I am not going to put myself in a bad situation pursuing sex. I'm not going to do that. That is the first standard that is the biggest standard we got to get. Because most of us are willing to risk so much just to have sex with some chick. Our health, money, time, the biggest resource that you got that you can never get back is time. You pursuing these females. Anyway, we're gonna talk about this later. This is my first video in this series called The Better Black Man, and that's one of the and what I wanted to accomplish is to tell y'all that there is not you can't get the time back that you spend chasing women. So what you got to do is understand that you got to create a balance. I will spend time with whoever wants to spend time with me after I pursue my dreams and go, after I spent time pursuing my dreams and my goals. The people that do that, they usually fare better. Right? The people that pursue their desires, their desires that don't pay them back, that don't give them anything back, they end up at the end saying, I slept with all these women. Right? But what you got to show for it? Nothing. Nothing. What are you going to have? Do they have trophies for sleeping with all these women? What do you get? What do you get when you sleep with all these women? What? Oh, you get to say you slept with all these women. Oh, that's what you get. I'll pass. Let me leave my children some property. Let me leave my children a business. But I'll pass on the whole, I slept with 1,000 women. I'll pass on that. All right, family. This is, like I said, this is a series on the better black man. We want to create the better black man. We want to give those that want to be a better black man some avenues of how they can achieve that. And one of the avenues of achieving that is stop spending all this money to try to just get sex. That is foolish, stupid, and you're not gonna get nothing out of it. Anyway, this is the pursuit, the outrageous pursuit of vagina. You tell me what you think. Am I wrong? Is Fresh and Fit right? Is that the way you're supposed to live? You let me know. All right, y'all. Peace. And we go, oh, by the way, this is a series. We're going to do a series called The Better Black Man. This is a series. This is video 1.